see if I can get a link.
Yeah.
Right. Got a link. Copy to Twitter as well. Right. Hey, I'm Matt. Yeah, I know. You're I know you're Cthulhu. Right, I'll wait for a couple of people to join. Right. Can you just do us a favour, Matt, while you're on here? Can you check the... No, I just thought it'd be different, and most people use Twitch, so I thought I would join the clusters. Can you do me a favour? Can you... yeah, we're twitching it, guys. Thought that'd be different for a change. Yeah. Matt, can you follow me on Twitch just to see if I get the notifications and stuff, see if they're all coming through properly? Yay! Thanks for the follow, dude. Right, so everything seems to be okay so far. Right, how many of us are in here? Thanks for the follow, guys. Got 3 people so far. Shall we wait for a few more to join, or do you want to carry on? Hey, Rock Demon 666, how's it going? Your counter says 8. Alright, okay. Yeah, we'll just wait a moment. Hey, Nigel Hurst. Yeah, your counters are probably more up to date than mine. Mine are probably back a bit, I don't know. Yeah. Right. Has everyone downloaded the zip file and sent it across to either the Spectrum Next or into CSpect? Yep. Good. Anyone else? Anyone not done it yet? Right. done. Right, hang on, let me just check a message on what was that? Who was that? What did I miss? Dark Trends, thanks for the follow. Dark Trancer, sorry. No, they just go in the, just put them in the root folder for now. Yeah, they need to be added to your MMC file. You can do it in this app, HDF Monkey, which we had in the start, and basically you pick the file and then make sure you're in the root directory, pick your file, and then that to copy it across to, and that copies files back to your drive C or wherever you put the stuff. And the Odin file goes in dot folder, and the other files, the ODS files, go in, and the specfont.chr and myspread.spr. You can use your own from last week, well, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And once you've got them in, you can continue. So when you've copied all your files across, you have to do them sync. You can't mark a few and then copy it over. You have to do them separately and then use that one to copy it over. And then when you're ready, just launch CSpect. Obviously, I won't launch it because I've already got it launched, as you can see here in the background. And then we'll start off with loan main.ods. And then if you press F10, you can swap between basic mode and game mode, and it's game mode that we want. And then Shift 1 becomes edit key, or if you're using a proper Spectrum Next anyway, you can just Shift 1 anyway. And then when we're in edit, hang on, if we go back and load defines.ods, oh, helps if I spell it correctly, .ods, and then as the defines, load game dot not game baddies dot ods, and then we can load screen handler dot ods, and it's got all our print routines and stuff. And then we can have load, what is it, sprite handler .ods, and we've got our sprite handler, and load, what else we got? We've got DMA .ods, and load, was there any more? Just check to make sure we've got defines, DMA, give me mouse back, main.ods, misc, that was it, misc.ods. And it's just got 2 routines in there for now. It's just basically miscellaneous routines that we don't have something specific, a big file for it, like delay or user jump table, etc. And then when we're in the editor, we can use Control Shift and 1, or extend mode 1, or extend mode and edit if you're actually on the Next itself, and then it'll bring up a menu at the bottom of the screen, and you can just jump with the keys, Shift 6 and 7. You can go down or up to pick which one you want. So you can only have 6 at a time. Damn, found a bug. Yeah. Right. You're on it. Okay, cool. Matt's just found a bug in it. Or is it this bug? The fact that you can only see 6. Do I need to exit out and run it again, and then just load in 1 or 2 for now? Yeah. Okay. I shall exit out and try again. Exit out. Launch CSpect. Control F1 and F10. Right. .odin. Who was that? Lodas, thanks for the follow. Cool. Right. Now, has everyone installed the files so far? Everyone that's here. Well, we're starting again. And there's been a couple more people added since I was talking. On the file that I uploaded into Alan Whelan, thanks for the follow. Right, so yeah, we'll just load main.ods for now, and then edit that. And as you can see, we now have the ability to do include files. So we've got defines included, so we can keep the file pretty small. Is our game loop, well, main game file. Now we've got the ODS files that we include here. Almac73, thanks for the follow, dude. Assuming you're a dude. Sprites. We can ink bin still, and we can even ink bin in our screen handler where we've got the font. We've got an ink bin there as well. So, and then at the end of the file, we've got end of file. I just put that in there just to tidy it up, and at the top I have the file that you're in, just so you know, without, I know it says it at the bottom anyway of the screen, but it's nice to have it at the top. Right, so, and then if we now assemble, it assembles all of these lovely files, and then we can run it with R. And there we go. And back to where we were, but now we're using separate files. So it means we can make bigger projects. And it also means we can include Quang, thanks for the follow, dude. Right. Are you up to date with where you're going, Quang? Do I need to let you catch up? Have you installed the files on CSpect? Thanks. I thought I might as well join it. Everyone else is on Twitch, so it's where it's all happening in it. So I might as well drop the YouTube and Twitch it. Right. So, Quang, have you got the files from Discord? Alright. Okie dokie, will do. Right. So, I don't know if anyone... Yeah, let me assemble it again. And run. Right, I don't know if anyone noticed, but we have a bug in the game. And hey, Beer Belly Bob, thanks for the follow. Yeah, the bug is, what happens is when the two enemies. Hey, Stuart. Well, welcome to the. Just made an account, nice one. Hey, Blackstar, thanks for the follow. Like I say, when you when the two baddies are moving towards each other, what happens is they both see an empty space because we move them first, check where they're going, and then later on in the loop we do the plot, we do the drawing of the baddies. But the problem is when they're both like a pixel away from each other, they will both see an empty spot and say, that's okay, we'll go there. And that's the problem. So today we will fix that. Right, I need to load baddies.ods. Hey Nigel Hurst, thanks for the follow. No worries, Beer Belly Bob. Right, so basically all I need to do is, when we've got an OK thingy in the move, I can do that plot there. So when it's moved, right, so when it's got the new move, we can actually do it at the end of the jump table. Well, when it comes back from the jump table, use jump table. So all we need to do is load D and E are probably already set to the value, but just in case we have a function that doesn't keep D and E for the X and Y position, then we'll just reload them here just in case, just to be safe. IX plus char underscore ypos, and then all we do is call plot pixel, and that should fix our issue. In fact, what we could do is we could even take this out of here because it's no longer wrong button. X, not D. Take the plot out of there because it's no longer needed in there because we plot it anyway when it's moved. And then if we save that and then go back to main.ods and back in the assembly bit, line 58. Line 58. That's not plot pixel, is it? Did I call it something else? It's just plot, if I remember rightly. Save. Yeah, no, we don't need xpos2. In fact, we shall get rid of that for now, just to make you happy, because it's not really needed, so we can get rid of that because that was old values. Save that too, and then assemble. And look at that, it's assembled, amazing. Right, now it should never, well, it's not going to do anything now because if I assemble and run again, nope, assemble and run, nope, assemble and run, nope, assemble. There we go. It did it. I don't know if you saw, but as it went up, let me just get my mouse. As it went up here initially, there was 2 pixels wide. So we've now fixed that bug, which is good. And what we need to do is start adding in control for our player. Right. Actually, I should probably cut the game loop out and put it. And we should also probably make that as a box routine, so you can give it a width and a height and get it to draw a box. But we'll leave that. Oh, we'll do that. We'll do that next week. Because we want to get some playability in this game. No, you're alright, thanks. Vigimnes. Nobody wants that. Well, I guess that always happens with when you go on Twitch. You get people saying things like, do you want to buy followers or whatever. Right, so what we need to do is call handle player, and we should probably call this bit probably make a new file and add this, right? And what I'll do now is, because some people probably have files already done, I'll show you how I split the file into bits. Hey, Rusty Flash. Don't forget, Rusty, add on follow on Twitch. Doesn't let you go back or forward. Alright, does it save it as a stream? Thanks for the follow, Rusty. I've not really used Twitch that much, but I think you can watch it afterwards, can't you? Because you can save your streams once you've finished. Probably after the stream's finished, yeah. Right. So it might take a little bit of while getting used to how Twitch works, but we'll get there. Don't worry. Right. So anyway, right, to split this out into another called player.ods. What we do, well, what I did, is you save your file, your main ODS, and then what I do is I save it again as player.ods, and that way it's now called player.ods. So anything that isn't player related can be stripped out. So it would be this would be player.ods. And this would be draw player. Yep. And then get rid of that, and we'll need handle. I'm going to leave that as a call, normally, because it's the end of the routine, it's not really good ethics to have a call and ret because you're just wasting CPU time. Handle. Actually, I'll try and keep this to follow the thingy. I'm going to change that to draw player. Right. Yeah, normally that would just be a jump, but because things might change, I'm going to leave it as a call when the ret for now. Handle player is we don't need to call to ret, and this bit is the bit that handles the player. You could probably break that out into a keyboard routine as well if we wanted to. Yeah, we don't need the test data anymore because that was when we were just testing bits out. And then we don't need that, and we don't need that. Right. We don't need that, and we don't need all of this. Right. So we save that, and then what we do is we go back into there and we load main.ods, and then we can now strip it out. So it would be here. We would have we've got our draw characters. So we just add in call draw player, and then we've got our handle player and handle characters, and then this bit is the handle. So we still need the delay, and we need that. Let me just see if we've got that in the player routine. Actually, we don't need that one. That is I've just noticed it's got a read. That's only pressing plotting a pixel when we've got that coming on. When you press space, M. And so yeah, to plot a pixel. So we can leave that in for now, but it's in our main loop, not in the handle player. And this is the handle player stuff, so that can go. And we don't need that debug end of game loop, and we can get rid of this, and that should probably be in player now as well, shouldn't it? Alright, let's copy that and go into player. Oh yeah, we've got it in player there already. So we can get rid of that too. And save that. Make sure they're all saved, and then assemble. Line 55, yeah, I thought that would be it. That's our print routine, isn't it? Nope, it's not the print routine. Okay, where's line 55? Draw player. Let's go into player. I know where it is. Anyone guessed? Need to add There's no way I can pronounce that. Sorry, Kajazkurzbski or whatever it was. Sorry, I'm no good with foreign names, but yeah, thanks for the follow. Spectre Paul, thanks for the follow. Yep. What was it called again? Play it. The ODS. .ods. And save that. And now it should work. Oh, you can do load as well. That's cool. I love how this is working, Matt. Well done, dude. The fact that we can now assemble all our files. So we still have. Right again. Right, so we still have our thingy where we can still control it, but what we want to do now is make us like the other light cycles, where we keep moving and we can only change direction. We can't go diagonals. Yeah, very true. But people can ask questions, or should I go back to? Should I go back to YouTube? What do you guys think? Should I do it on Twitch or go back to YouTube? Do you prefer YouTube? I guess the fact that you can pause it and go back a bit really helps. Yeah. All right then. Do you want us to go back to YouTube now, or do you want to? No worries. Don't have to be sorry, Rock Demon and everyone else. It's easy enough. Yeah, Twitch does have better presentation. That was one of the reasons why I swapped over to it. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to? Should we continue with YouTube now, or continue with this? Or should we just swap over to YouTube? Ad Cole, thanks for the follow. Okay, well we'll do it. Okay, we'll do it on here for now because we're here anyway. Yeah, but people can follow, and if they fall behind, they can just go back a bit and still keep on the show. Whereas with Twitch and DRCM, thanks for the follow. With Twitch, you can't really pause it and go back because it's live basically. So yeah, booger. Yeah, I'll try and post it on YouTube once I've finished this. See if I can download the stream and I'll save it and then upload it to YouTube. Hopefully I can. Yeah, alright. We shall crack on for now. But yeah, I'll swap back over to YouTube moving forward. Retro CRT, thanks for the follow. What I can do is I'll just use Twitch for playing games, doing the game streaming, which I might do tomorrow since I didn't do it yesterday. I was a bit busy. Yeah, always reshare the files. Right. So what we want to do is not that. I'm going to go back to our player file. Actually, we need an init player, and just for now we'll have a ret. And that doesn't do anything at the beginning anyway. So what I will do is add a game setup here. Game setup. Call CAC. Call init player. Call init baddies. Right. So we go to our baddies routine. Oh yeah, there's a save all. Assembling saves all too, yeah. Yeah, but Matt, the problem with that is I'd like it better when people are following along, because they can, if they get stuck on something, like if they're typing something in and they assemble it and it doesn't work for them, we can find out why. It just means it's yeah, we'll finish today's on Twitch, and then what I'll do is I'll put the video over to YouTube, and then we can carry on from the next episode on YouTube. I just thought I like the presentation on Twitch. It's a lot better than YouTube. Anyway, that's beside the point. But I will be using YouTube for doing live streams when I'm playing games on Antstream or anything like that. Which probably I probably play tomorrow. I might have a go, because they're currently doing a Pac-Man tournament, so that should be good fun. I shall play that tomorrow, and if you want to follow along. And if you haven't known, well, if you don't know already, you can. Antstream is now free. You can. You don't even need a card to sign up. Just antstream.com/baggers. And then you should be able to. Well, you can do it at antstream.com as well, and you just sign up. But if you put the /baggers, then they know it was me who brought the person there. So any /baggers is much appreciated. Right, so on our, we've got handle characters. We want init character. Init baddies. This is actually we've got init characters because we've called them characters, haven't we? Even though the baddies. Yeah, so it's player and characters, right? So init characters, ret, and then what I will do is can't copy a section yet, can I? So character data init, right? And then if we move down, character data, and then is it DS? DS will work, won't it, Matt? Yes, okay, cool. Right, so it's CHR size. Right. So the SH size is a CHR underscore size actually. CHR underscore size. It's capitals. So couldn't have been further from it. CHR size, and then I got it as a number of characters, so 2. For now, it is as it is just 2. I'll do it as a constant for now. Right, so all we need to do then is copy the character data in it. Load HL, comma, second parameter with the byte to fill. Yeah, I know that. I just didn't want to put anything on. Character data init, load d, comma, character data, load bc, comma, 2 times chr underscore size. Actually, we will do that as a max underscore chars characters eq 2 max underscore max characters, and we might as well make that get rid of that altogether actually. B, comma, max underscore characters, right. Max underscore characters. Can anyone see an issue? Because I can. We don't need the num characters because right. Max. Okay, Pinkett, thanks for the follow. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too long. Sorting the boards. Making sure they're all working before we go ahead and order a huge amount of pieces. Yeah, Odin does prefer. Well, I think it would be all right if C-Spect didn't mess up with the shift, because like but yeah, it would be handy, right? So max characters. Let's see if I go back A again. Yeah, max characters. Right. Now we need the LDIR as well, because we need to copy the bytes from HL to DE. It was easily done, though, Gary Pinkett. No, I know a lot of people who didn't buy because they were either worried that it might end up being like the other device that we can't name that didn't come out. So it was understandable. So no, no hard feelings there that you didn't buy one. But like you say, then when everyone got one and everyone was like, I need a Spectrum Next now. So that's why we did the second Kickstarter. And believe it or not, there's people who didn't make the second Kickstarter. And they're like, where can I buy one now? And so, yeah, we have the second Kickstarter, and who knows, it may go to a third or something. We'll see. See how it goes. I'll find out how many people still want a Spectrum Next after the second shipment is shipped. Right, where was I? So, yeah. We now copy, now init the data, so we need to init characters, so we save that, come to our main, go back to our main file, init characters. Matt Langley, thanks for the follow. Right, so we've done init player and init characters. We'll call this play game, actually. Play game. Right, so init character and players, draw player and handle player. Right, now let's go to our player. Right, init player, we need to load d, comma, string. What have we got in the X and Y pos? 96.128. We want it further down the bottom of the screen. We want it in the center of the screen. So we want, so say B0, because C0 is the line underneath the bottom of the screen that you can't see, because BF is the thingy. So if we change it to B0, that's 15 pixels up from the bottom line, and then 80 is the center, just to the right of the center, sorry. And then load brackets xpos, comma DE. Save that, and let's make sure it all still works. Yep. And 23, played ODS 23. Line 23, add sprite. Helps if I use the main one to assemble from. Yeah, 192 is C0. Very well done, Matt. Got your board on 30th of November. I know, it's gone so quick, hasn't it? Yes, I did force you to follow Matt. And thanks for the follow, even if it was like coerced. Right, assemble that and run. So if we So now we don't need to assemble it every time we run it. Right. Oh, thanks, Gaz. Yep, it's working now. Tony. Thanks, Matt Langley. Yeah, like I say, I'll be going back to using YouTube for the tutorials, so people can pause and go back a bit while we're watching if they need to catch up, and then that way, it's easier and for people to follow live and sort of keep up. Whereas with Twitch, there's no like pause and rewind a little bit and then catch up while it's going live. It's just live and that's it. So I will just be using this Twitch channel from now on, well, after today, to do playing games on and stream or stuff. Yeah, you can use clips, but you need to. Yeah, Twitch does look a lot better and it's managed a lot easier. But the fact with YouTube, the fact that you can pause it and go back a bit and go forward a bit, and you can go back and play double speed to catch up. It's just so much more usable in that sense for following along as you're learning stuff and following along with the programming. So yeah, we will go back to YouTube after this week. Well, after this episode. Yeah, that Pac-Man compo is quite good, isn't it? Well, Gary, I'll be doing a Twitch stream tomorrow if you want, during the workday, if that's okay with you, if you're not busy working. And what I will be doing is attempting to get higher than my current position, whatever it is currently. Let me see what position I am at the moment. Right. You shouldn't have seen that one. That's where I can decide whether I want to go on live or staging or whatever. Right. I'll just check where I am in the tournament. There's 7 days left on the tournament. I am currently 6th on the leaderboard. So yeah, I know I can do a lot better than that. I'm a bit rusty. So the playing tomorrow should be quite interesting. Right, I shall close that now. But yeah, I'm 6th. So yeah, you can watch and see how I get to 6th. And hopefully see if I can get some higher positions than 6th. Because I know I can do a lot better. But like I say, I'm rusty. So yeah, you're welcome to watch the thingy tomorrow or any time after, with it being Twitch. Right, so where were we? We got our player moving. What was I doing? What was I doing next? Can anybody remember what I was doing next? What was going to change next? Right, I shall. Very true, Matt. That's your fault. Can Odin handle colons? Because that would be awesome. No, that's rubbish. Let's ditch Odin then. No, only joking. Stay with Odin. It's cool, and it means you can do it on your next. Right, so we got draw players, handle players, and that was what I was doing. I was doing the player. Right, so now we need direction. dir. Alt, and then tidy that up a bit. Alt equals up, comma 1 equals right, comma 2 equals down, comma 3 equals left. Right. So we do XOR A, load, bracket there. Comma A. Right, before we go on, what I think I'm going to do is change all these to player, just so we know that it's for the player, since we've made a whole player file for it now. 'TonyD4 2001. Thanks for the follow. Set the maximum length. Right. Well, you know what? That's poke anyway, or you should do by now. Because we've gone through the most of the basics. Player, and then that one. And then PLR underscore. Let's duplicate that line and duplicate that line, and then we can just get rid of that. And get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Right, now save that and then go back to our main file, and let's see. Yeah. We don't need to do this anymore because we're not plotting pixels. So we can get rid of that. Right. Save. Make sure there's no errors. Valid instruction. Player.ods. Line 9. ADIR. What was the error? Unknown symbol. I should duplicate that line and do the same as the others. And there we go. Right, save that. Assemble. Assemble the correct file. Hey Ed Horse, glad you would make it. Right, so that still works, which is great. So Matt, although we had one issue just with the line and me not doing an include, we're pretty much good to go. It's doing well. It's holding out. It's assembling multiple times, which is great. So now we've got our player initialized and going in his up direction. What we need to do now is do the bit that handles the player. So what we should do is we don't need that plot because it should be on. We do that at the end and plot when he's moved his position. I can't block copy and paste, can I? So call plot. There you go. That was easy. So we can now get rid of all this. Oh. Right. Right. So what we need to do is load a comma brackets player export player dir and load c comma a. Right, so that gets your current direction. Now all we need to do now is need to do deck D is down, so we need to do load C comma down, which was 2. In fact, we could probably equate them at the top of player. Zero. Yeah. Right. EQ 1. Player down. EQ 2. And player left. EQ 3. I know that we're wasting a byte and using an extra 3 cycles, but it looks nicer. Player up. And as they're defined, we should make them capitals, just so you know it's not a variable. PLR underscore right, PLR underscore down, PLR underscore left. So in this, it will be nice and easy now. So we just do PLR underscore down, and then we can get rid of that. And then left hand dandy, thanks for the follow. Load C, comma, PLR underscore, which one's this? Ink D is down. Ink D is down, so that one must have been an up actually. Yeah, for the Q. And let me get rid of the and load C, comma, yeah, you can code on Windows and cross compile and run on thingy. A lot of developers use SJASM Plus or SNASM from Mike Daly, and I wanted to do programming actually, even though I'm not actually doing it on the Next itself at the moment, because I'm sorting things out with it initially. I will get it at some point, either in the next week or two, get it doing the development on the actual Next itself, and then have that streaming into the YouTube onto the screen, and then that way I'll just be using the Next on its own to program, which will be cool. I ran Odin on the actual machine earlier, Matt. It's cool. Hardcore indeed. And I won't have to worry about this capital issue unless I'm pressing the wrong keys, and then that will go across no matter what. OP bit left because it's a deck E, and then load C, comma, play it right. Right, load A, comma, C, and I suppose we should add the comments in. Get players new direction. Load bracket pillar underscore dir, comma A. Right, load HL, comma, up, right, down, left, jump table, call, use jump table. Right, and then if we do an URDL JP table, we have jump, play it up, and then actually we can't have player up because it might do the player move up, because I'm not sure if it's case sensitive. right, down, left. And then duplicate that line and take the jump off it, and we have our routines. And then duplicate that 4 times. And we have up, right, down. So up is deck D, ret. Right is ink E, ret. And then down is ink D and ret. Macro is going to be great. What's dot mode? Or is it the 2 dots? That'd be a nice feature, Matt. Right, and then we have left is deck E and ret. Oh, the dot commands, yeah. And generating. That'd be cool. That'd be a nice feature, that. So, right, at the moment, I've not put any collision in. What I could do is we've already got DE set up as our X and Y position. So if I do crawl check, is it check pixel? Let me just check our screen. Screen handler. I need to edit load screen handler.ods, and then down the bottom I should just use the down to the bottom of the check pixel. Check pixel. Yep. And then JRZ, comma. Okay. Can you do dot OK for Matt? No, right, okay. Call NZ, comma, player dead. Right, and then up. Excuse me. The throat's a bit dry. I'm gonna go and get a drink of water. Hold on. prepared for this yet, obviously. Vodka, yeah. Right. So on our init player as well, we can have player lives. Just have it one for now. And game over. Right. Load a comma 0 load bracket pr underscore dead comma a. No, not pr. We'll call it handle dead. Play death. Nope. Death. So we do load a comma 1 load brackets player dead a. Because then that'll player dead will be able to indicate to the game that we've died. Start lives. So we do a load a comma bracket player lives deck a load bracket player lives comma a ret nz, otherwise we set game over. Right, so player dead right. So you come through, move, check the pixel. If it's set, then we call player death. Otherwise, we plot the pixel and return. Right, so we need to set up player lives and game over, and check for player death as well. They're player dead. Right. So in main.ods, we need to need a menu loop. We should really split this out into a game and a menu. But for now, play game, load a comma start underscore lives, load bracket pr underscore lives comma a, xor a, load game over comma a. Right. actually, that should be copy and paste. Game setup and life setup. And game loop. Right. So I need to set up start lives in the player. start underscore lives Q3. Right. Read Tailor. Well, top screen's a bit smaller. Tailser, thanks for the follow. I don't need the glasses for the big monitor, but the laptop one's like teeny tiny fonts. Pole dancer. Are you a pole dancer, Gaz? What do you do, Gaz? It's very close. Revenue inspector, cool. That must be a thankless job, that. Did you get much grief? On the buses? So a bus conductor or revenue inspector on the bus services. I hate you, butler. That kind of. Okay. Dance on the bus poles. Yeah, we'll do Flash. Busman's holiday indeed. Badumch. Right, I've lost my train of thought again. Right, start lives. I need to change to capitals. See, I knew there was things I needed to do. Start lives. There we go. Oh, main. On C-spec. Start. So might be digging the get me next setup ready for next next episode. Right. So set start lives, game over. So in our main loop, we can do load a comment bracket player dot. Actually, we should probably do it at the end of the loop. There we go again. We're going to get it on in time. Konstigarov, thanks for the follow. I'm going to have to leave these on, aren't I? Blakey. Right. We'll make it so we can do game underscore exit. Right, and then here we'll have jump loop. Right, and jump Z, comma game exits, because we want it to jump when we press the button. And so we're going to have to change the comment as well. Okay, underscore exit. So instead of not equaling 0 going to loop, when it equals 0, then go to game exit. Right. And what have we got? We've got life loop and you game. Right. So we can do this after the copy that and get rid of it. And then game loop. Right. So grabbed the wrong line. Right, load a comment bracket player died or a jump Z comma. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do this at the end. No, do it here, sorry. Z comma player not dead player, and we'll handle the code in here. Right, so if he's died, load a comma bracket lives or a, because don't forget we already handle the lives when the player dies. Jump nz comma lives loop, otherwise jump to a new game. But otherwise it will be go to the main menu, but we've got no main menu. But we could make one. I'll just check this works first, because chances are it won't. Make sure I've got everything saved and I'm on the right file. Yeah, I didn't think so. 79. Player lives. It should do. We will find out. Although I don't think I've used a JR on a small, on a big jump. 79. What did I call it? Player dead. Save. $84. Live sloop. Lively. Right. 71. Yeah. Player.ods, line 71. Uh, 71. The jump table. I need to load misc.ods. It's use jump table. I didn't use caps. Save. Nope, I don't want to save just yet. I don't want to assemble just yet. I want to be in the right file before I assemble. Right. Dead. Init player. Right, let's have a look at init player. Player dead. Right. Check pixel. Right, let's just comment that line notes because I think it's possibly this. Right, save and go to main, symbol. No, it's not that. Right, so that's good. So it's not that that's causing the death or the return. Player ODS. Am I plotting the player's position first? Nope. Right. Let's have a look at main. Right. Let's have it so you can't exit. Right. We need to save. Save all. Is it S or SA save all? Cool. Yep. People will be getting rid of sprites is a good thing. Assemble. Run. Why is that running? Yeah. So nothing is Kobe73, thanks for the follow. Right, I think it's time to break out the let me just check, make sure this isn't doing it. Save. Right, where right. What the? Why is? Yeah, that's not right. And the B, the font has been corrupted. I'm going to exit the emulator. Well, in fact, all I need to do is I should be able to do that, and then the Odin again. Od main.ods. Right. Assemble. Right, let's see where we are then. Right, so comes in, platter box, start lives, initialize characters. Yeah, well, okay, we'll call that game loop. And we'll set this to jump to game loop. Not that that has got anything to do with anything, but it's got life loop and new game. So I'll keep it similar. I'm gonna save this. I'll probably have to quit out of. Yeah, I'll probably have to quit out of Odin. But that's easily done. Yeah, it's definitely not that. And our font's corrupted again. Right, okay, yeah, I'll reset CSpec just to make sure. Dot Odin load. Yes. Right. Well, basically, I was just in the player, wasn't I? So, nothing wrong in the init player. That's got a call and then exit. Just make sure this isn't doing anything. Let me load up MISC. Right, each jump table just changes HL and A. So it doesn't change DE. So check pixel just changes HL and A. So it shouldn't be that. That's what it is. That was so crazy. It's this BC. We should change this to an L. Because basically what happens is we change the C here. I didn't notice that. And then, so we're going to have to change that to L. Change that to L. Because what happens is, when we get down to here, it puts that into the jump table and jumps. I should really have ended with 3, just to make sure that it doesn't go off the end of the jump table, because it was jumping to whatever FE was in the jump table. So that should now work. Not MISC, main. Make sure we can exit. Save. Assemble. Run. Hey! It's working, but it's not working, and we can't exit because it's stuck somewhere. But it did continue. Right. So exit out. Launch CSpect again. This game isn't it? Yep. Dot Odin load main dot ods. Right. Load player dot ods. I think it's in the player when you die. Right. So player death. Call player death. Right. Player death. Player dead. And then load lives, decade, load lives as A. Alright. So yeah, that's only changing a reg. So it puts player dead, and then right, so it goes into the game, the main, when player dead. So player dead, it's dead, not dead. Otherwise, go day with player lives and jump to like life loop. And what we need to do is not going to be able to copy that block of lines, but I will do. Copy up and paste. Copy up and paste. Copy up there and paste. Copy up and paste, and at least we'll know if the game is actually running if I put this up here and not getting stuck in this other tighter loop in one of these. Life loop and life loop init player. You got lives. You can move that. And play it. Right. Right. Let's see if this is indeed still running the loop. Maybe not. I don't know. I hope the comments, it should do, because it's in this. That was one of the reasons, because the video has the stream and the comments in the video, as you can see on the above my image. Right. Control F1, F10, and then next basic dot odin load main dot ods. Right. So something somewhere is going awry. So if I just, for now, I'm gonna, it can't be that because it's, because we've set up the lives to be, hang on. We can PR underscore lives, and then save that, and we should be able to run that, and it should say 3. Yeah, but we're not doing anything. Yeah, I like Pratt and Prink. I used to use them back in the day. Short for print at, PR for print at and printing. But it was smaller than using PRINT at, PRINT INK. And when your assembler is on a 48K machine, you try and keep your labels as small as possible. Yeah, good point, RST. I shall do that now. How do you continue? Do you R to continue, or is that it? Once it gets to the No, it says though. Oh, this will be interesting. F10. Right. So you can't. No, so you can't continue once you break, but at least we can see where we're up to. So it prints the thingy. It draws the characters. So it's either in handle player. Let's do one after handle player. That's good. So that's fine. It should, handle characters should be all right. Yep. Delay should be fine. But I will check to make sure. .ods. No, because the delay should be fine because it was working before, wasn't it? Just sets up HL with a value and then decreases it. Yeah. So it's not that. There's game exit. Right, RST0. Guesstimator, thanks for the ad. I'll follow. Right. So it's not there, which I didn't think it would be because that's just checking a key and right, save. We don't need this anymore here. So I'll do it. Save. Right, so if I get rid of this, it will jump back to game loop. Right, one thing I will do then is I will print this value and see what test 16-bit value. Test 16-bit value DW0, and then what we'll do is we'll increase it after here. Save. Get rid of the RS. Where's the RST? Uh-oh. Where is the RS? And why are all the registers 0? The hell? Is there a find? Is there any search yet in this? It's one thing you'll need to add. All right, okay. Oh, that should be HL, not A. Not that it matters because it's not doing anything anyway. Would it be the fact that we had in player.ods, we have the DS? Would that define space and increase the counters, or would it be like a reserve where it just doesn't take the extra memory, but it has the values there, if you see what I mean? Okay, you're busy fixing the RS2 registers. Right, that has done it. Right. Add HLA, load HL, load HL, LD, jump HL, yeah. Right, so if we load player.ods, that's right. And 3. Your DL jump table. Move up, move right, move down, move left. That should all be fine. I'm landing it with 3, so it's not even that. Air death. You don't need to plot it because it's already there. So I'm just going to do a jump. Not that it matters, because it's not changing DE anyway. Hey Dad. Right, I know what I will do. When it comes to doing debugs, this is where this bit comes in handy. No, wrong one. One key. Right. So what I'll do load a comma 0 call debug, and then load a comma 1 call debug, load a comma 2 call debug. See if you could have them on one line with a colon, that'd be great, that, Matt, but you know. because then I could just copy the whole line instead of having to type it out every time. Right. Just use. Right. Right. So if I then load misc.ods, and then actually it's not really in misc, it's in screen functions. Load screen handler dot ods. Right. Hey Ped7G, thanks for the follow. Right. Right. So yeah, that doesn't store an XY. So debug X. Actually, I will put it in the misc routines. What was that routine called? You got a print X. No, we don't have a. Right, let's make a quick print X. Push swap nib call print X4. Actually, we'll call this print X8 and print X16. Load A, H. Call print X8. Load A, L. And then it'll just fall through in print X. And then we pop AF, and then we have print X4 and 15, and push HL because we don't want to get rid of it. Load HL, comma, hex tab, add HL, comma A, load A, comma bracket HL, load call char, pop HL, ret. Right, hex tab, db 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, F. Yeah, it is a bit easier to follow along on YouTube, which is why we'll be going to YouTube on the next episode, don't worry. What I'll do is, when we get this working, I'll put it all on the on Discord again, and we can then continue next week yeah, I'll be going back to next week because that was the usual weekend for the every other weekend. And then it's easier to go back to the Discord channel. I shall send you a link. Has anyone got a link to the Discord channel? Matt, you there? There's one in FB, yeah. There's one on Facebook. Where is it? Link address. And oh yeah. Thanks, Flash. Beat me to it. Yeah, that was a big massive link on Facebook. Right. Yeah. Cheers, Matt. That's the Odin one, is it? Hitch! Well, if it ain't Hitch, motherfucking on Twitch. We're not worthy. Thanks for joining us. You're a bit late in the show, but you know, you can always watch the replay. You'll have to that's alright. I've set it to no age restrict to over 18, so I can swear as much as I want when things go wrong, which is great. Right, so we've built our hex. If I go to MISC now, we can print hex 8 and then load debug x DE and debug x db naught debug y db naught. Right, now this should print our hex and then move over a space. Well, we won't do a space, it'll print our hex, and then the next time we do a call debug, it'll print the next number, and it stores the debug x when it returns, so that we don't have to and then in main I wish I could. I'm just trying to get this thing working. For some reason it's not working. Right, so let's try that. Will it build? Yay. Run. And I forgot that debug turns the mode off. It's Matt. Yeah, we're living in a hitch. Sensing you Odin with a fixed RST0. Right, cool. Let me exit that then and grab the new one. Did you send it in Discord? I believe you have, yes. Right, let me just grab this. Right, and then you should be able to just find our Odin, find our dot file, dot folder, copy that across, and launch cspect. Actually, I should put that over there as well, shouldn't I? Right. Control F1, F10, dot Odin. Oh, dot Odin. Right, load main dot ODS symbol, run. B. Right, Matt, is there a way to get Streamlabs back? Is there a way to see what the ULA was? Is there anything I can do in this screen to show the ULA screen so we can see what we had on screen? No. Okay. Right, so our delay, our debug is going to have to yep, I know the UI of Odin overwrites my UI, which is why we're going to have to why is that not? Oh, that's why, because I haven't got multiple files. Load misc.ods. So I'm wondering why it wasn't swapping to the other file. I was like, I'm pressing the right keys. Why is it not going? Right. What we need to do now is then do a actually, you should probably push DE. Oh, maybe not with that on the end. Load DE, comma, brackets, debug X. Right. And then pop DE. And then what should we have? Yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot we've got that now. Right, let's go back to our main file, and yeah, but the thing is, Matt, the RST0 was working, but it was working going through the loop once. Yeah, if I get rid of all these again. Right. If I put an RST here, oopsie. Yeah, we did start without it. Sorry, Pat. Right. Where has that crashed? F10. Load main.ods. Now, it's getting curious and curious now, because that should have returned. That RS. Yeah. Good tip, Matt. Yeah. Right. Yeah, fix the LT and the ST. Right. Is that printed that okay? Right, let me comment that out again. Could there be a stack issue in the print routine? Right, so I've got string AA, save. Yep, so it's definitely getting there. And then copy and just to make sure it is R1. String beef. Right. So that's not ours. So it's dying somewhere else. But I don't see where. Copy, paste, copy, paste, and copy, paste, and just to make a one. It's not even that one. So copy, here it goes. Not getting there, so it could be in the handle characters, I suppose. Is it? Is it the RST0 that's not working? Hang on. Let's try it here. Could be the handle player. Load A, comma 1. Load BC, comma string beef. RST0. We got beef and we got 1. So, That's good, it's in handle player. Finally, we're making some headway. It's not going to swap file if I've not got another file in there. Player.ods. Right, so handle player. I'll play direction, BC, NZ, NZ, NZ. Right, so that should be fine to there. Right, I'm going to comment that out because, and this and this. Right, and then go back to our main loop and we should be able to get past this because that way, and we should get to our beef. Right. Beef, yes. Right, so if I let's see if that, hang on, let's see if it does the game if we get rid of that. Save. Yes. Right, cool. So it's definitely in the handle player. Now I'm going to put the check pixel, make sure it's not that. Oh, I know why, wrong file. Yeah, exactly. Who needs a proper debugger? RST for the win. Right. So it's not the. It's not that. And let me just check that it's not this. If we use the right bloody file. Right. Nope, that's died. So it could be that. It has to be the right label, otherwise it wouldn't have assembled. One F10 dot Odin load main dot ODS load player dot ODS. Right. So it's that that's causing the issue. Yep. And so we can bring that back in. So it's definitely not that that's causing the issue. If we assemble the right file, yeah, it'd be nice to have the feature where you can remember the file assembled. Why did that? That's where the fault is then. Use jump table. Ah, Yeah. It's a jump table, not addresses. That's what that'll be. Right. So this should. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm going to put that one in as well. Save. Assemble the right file. Yay! Right. Now I need to get rid of that 16-bit stuff again, because we don't need it because the game's now running again. Right. Right. Is calling. Yeah, thanks for that, Matt. Why are we up there? Because that's not where we're supposed to start. Am I setting up DE with player X and Y? No, I'm not setting up DE with player XY. That's why. Yep, that's why. So, load D, brackets, player xpos. Save. How many times am I going to do that? Yep, and what I will do is yes. And on our thingy, play game, we need to do a CLS. Let's clear the screen. So call CLS and save that, and I will then go and make a CLS routine in screen handler .ods. Right. Load HL. HL, string 4000. Load D, string 4001. Load BC, string 1800. Load bracket HL. Yes, I know it's before anyone says it's 17FF when doing LDIR. Comment out, but there's a reason for this, because I'm going to continue with is it Atra? I'm going to continue with clearing the attributes as well. So attribute, yep, and load BC string to FF LD bracket HL A and then LDIR and then ret, and we need an LDIR for the first one. Oh, and we should put CLS there, and then save that. Get to the right file first. Main. Why is it not clearing the screen? Lives. So we need to copy that whole thing. That's why I said I should have had a thingy. What's the best way to do this? I would say the best way to do this is to move this above. Actually, game setup, and then copy, paste, copy, paste. It may take a little while. Quick to just type it again, wouldn't it? Right, game over, comma A. Game. So I've got the new game bit. Oh yeah, is that what we call it? Yeah, and then it characters. There we go. We just need a key to wait for a key to start, or have a little 3, 2, 1. But yeah, we have got three games, and then we start again. Cool. Right. See you next week, Matt. What was that? You saying that to Matt? Yep. See you, Retro Robins. I'll probably call that a day since it's getting on. It's past due time, and also Valentine's Day. So we now have it working, which is a good thing. And we also hopefully figured ways of debugging should things go awry, as they did. And what I will do is I will do another zip of the latest and put that on the Discord, which will be more or less in the same link as the one that was on Facebook, in the Facebook group. So you can all grab that there, and we shall see you next weekend, because we're going back to that week, because it just works better for a few of the viewers because they're busy working weekends. So back to next week, and then we'll skip a week. I shall also be streaming gameplay tomorrow if you want to join in and watch. No worries, Rock Demon. That is you will find a big part of developing is if you do type something in, like if you're rushing to get something up or whatever, or you just have a brain fart and type in jump in your jump tables instead of just DW for defined word, which is the address, then basically you will get an issue where you can't find it like we did there, and then that's why debugging shows you different ways of figuring things out and finding where issues are. So thanks for watching and putting up with trying to figure out why it wasn't working, but no, we got there eventually, and I shall see you all next weekend, obviously, and tomorrow as well if you want to join in for the games. But for another coding session, we'll see you next week, and we will be back on YouTube so that people can slow down and catch up and rewind a bit if they miss something. So see you all, take it easy and have a good rest of the weekend, and see you next week. Bye all. Right, let's see if I can get my mouse back. See you next week.